Especially last year, so just big experience. We just got to execute it. For me, my course, well, obviously.
closer right now, but then I'll start looking again. Exactly. That's exactly the role. They're not right now. But David, can the Knicks pull out this series?
Look, I thought this series was going 7 at the beginning. I just don't think they can recover from losing those 2 games at home, especially the way they lost game 1. I mean, I'm sorry. I know you got the Pacers yellow one right now. You don't want to turn your back.
You know what? I'll for you guys later on in the show. Game 3 tomorrow night, 8 Eastern in Indy. Thank you so much, guys. And the Pacers, they thrive under pressure. That is now 6 straight road playoff wins. 7-0 in clutch time games this postseason. That means games within 5 points with 5 minutes to go. The first team to do that since LeBron and McKee back in 2011. In fact, no team has won 8 consecutive clutch time playoff games since the 1999 champion Spurs. A couple of those, by the way, were against the Knicks in the finals. We have a guy who played for the Knicks and an NBA champion, Iman Shumpert, co-host of Hoop Streams on the ESPN app, joining us from Minneapolis this morning. So let's talk about this game first, Iman, as the Pacers go up to love. You know, they're so deep, right? They run about 10 deep. And with Tyrese Halliburton not having his best game, it was really Pascal Siakam from the start. He finishes with 39 points. What impressed you about his performance in game 2?
His ability to hit tough twos. I think that we don't appreciate it enough. He did it when he was over there in Toronto. It becomes a problem for you. He posts up. He gets people in foul trouble, or he shows that threat to where people don't play as good as defense, and he gets people in trouble. He's very disruptive, and every time you need a big bucket, he hits it down with a tough two that can calm your team down. But the great thing about this team is that the bench comes in and does their thing, but having Miles Turner on that team really, really helped them out. He did not have a great game starting off. He didn't go away from anything. He didn't get frustrated. He stayed around. He kept playing. He kept rebounding. He kept talking. Later on in that fourth quarter, he comes up big for them and doesn't get talked about enough. He's one of those guys that's been playing on Indiana for a while. He gives them confidence. He gives them energy, and you see how they roll with him. At the end of the game, though, Indiana's just putting together a better ball game as far as making winning plays. I think that the Knicks, on the other hand, have Jalen Brunson fighting alone sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, Turner has 13 points in the first. Rick Carlisle, listen, this guy knows how to coach. He's one of the winningest coaches in the NBA right now, making the perfect substitutions, calling the timeouts at the right time. But let's go to Tibbs on the other side, because this is a tough dilemma. You have Karl Anthony Towns, right? And he is not doing what he needs to do defensively at times. So he only plays 5 minutes in the fourth quarter. So you've got this incredible center on offense, this guy when you need points, but yet he's sitting. So what do you think that Tibbs needs to do in terms of that rotation, Mitchell Robinson and Cat going forward in game 3?
Well, I definitely think that if you bring a guy in like Karl Anthony Towns, you didn't bring him in to have him sit down at the end of the game. I think, do you need to inspire him? Do you need to challenge him to where he knows he needs to wear more of the chip on his shoulder to be a part of the game, especially defensively? But his force and his ability on offense, his ability to play within a pick and roll and cause the team to stretch out and have to stay honest. He has to be in there as a threat. That will help Jalen Brunson a little bit as far as just getting cleaner looks, but getting looks where he is not working so hard and exerting so much energy to where at the end of the game, it seems like shots are short.
Yeah, just those blown coverages on defense. I mean, those, among other things, have to be cleaned up by the Knicks. Cat was minus 20, by the way, in those 28 minutes last night. Let's talk about where you are. All right, so the Wolves are going back home. They are down 2-0. Not nearly as close a series as the one that we're talking about between New York and Indianapolis. And Minnesota's shooting only 28% from the field. Listen, they're facing the best defense in back on track?
I think getting back on track, they have to look in their locker room and turn to Mike Conley. I think Mike Conley is a guy that has been around this league.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
national anthem performance.
Publishing Hoop Streams. That's tonight at 8. They had a game for you. You can find it on YouTube. You can find it on Facebook and the app. So there's really no excuse not to listen. Come on.
You want to hoop like me? Practice. You want a refreshing drink? Obey your thirst.
Welcome back to SportsCenter. And Storm Jay Harris in Game 3 of the Western Conference Finals in Minnesota tonight. Thunder and Wolves 8 for the Eastern on ABC. NBA reporter Brian Williams joins us. Now, Brian, the Wolves find themselves down 0-2. What's the biggest problem they're going to have to solve if they're going to find themselves back in the series on that?
Greetings, everyone. Welcome to 2K Sports and another exciting edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan courtside with Greg Anthony and Brent Perry. David Aldridge will join us momentarily from the sidelines. Now, Golden State's starting five. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Podziemski. Butler out there with Green, and it's Moody in at the three. And for Phoenix, deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Dunn is out there with Durant, and it's Richards in at the five, roaming the paint. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Booker the pass to KD. Pass to Dunn. Now Booker, guarded by Curry. 5 to shoot. Fires, high post. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
No good from outside.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
And Booker takes to Beal. Pass to Dunn. Durant in the corner. Outside, Beal. And it's off from three-point range. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. Greg in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
Yeah, they don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
And so it's the Warriors getting on the board first. And there's Booker on the assist from Dunn.
Devin Booker will score by any means necessary, and that time over decent defense, getting the contact.
Outside Butler. Pass to Moody. Here's Podziemski. Off target with his three.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. They get the rebound.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Dunn shot's good.
There's some easy offense there. Keep finding looks in that area, and their shooting percentages tonight are going to be off the charts.
Pass to Green. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Butler against KD. Moody with it for 3. The rebound by Richards. passes to Booker. Back to KD. Booker left side. The shot from the low post is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that does it for the first quarter. The Suns on top, up 4. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through one quarter of action so far. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
The defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Some kind of shooting in the backcourt for him. It's Curry and Heel. Trace Jackson Davis out there with Kuminga. And it's Payton in at the 3 spot. Here's Beal. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors trail by 4. Curry finds Jackson Davis. Kuminga against O'Neal. No one near Curry as he lets it go. Drops in the tray. Curry's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for the Warriors. All right, Brent, quick. First thing that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan Kuminga?
Physicality, Kevin. I mean, this guy is so dominant athletically that Jonathan Kuminga is a presence out on the floor. If he continues to put himself into situations where he can put his body on guys and play fearlessly, his game is going to continue to grow.
Heel can't hit. Suns leading by 3. Outside, Jones. Plumlee with the screen. Beal gets a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper. Beal's got 5 points now this quarter.
And Bradley Beal, because he's such a good scorer, becomes such a tough player to defend and pick and roll.
Heel dishes to Kuminga. Misses from close range. And so Allen will bring it up for the Suns. They lead by 6, their biggest margin. Beal the pass to Plumlee.
Well, if you're going to commit a shooting foul against Plumlee, do it when he has a high percentage look inside.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Suns.
People say the mid-range shot is dying, but so far in this one, that has not been the case for this team.
Take a break.
Yeah, getting to the inside is really important, but it's how close you can get to the basket. It feels like these guys are all around the rim in their attack tonight.
First free throw is good. Some changes for Phoenix. Donnie's checked in for Grayson Allen. Kevin Durant comes in for Beal, and it's Booker in for Tyus Jones. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Trace Jackson Davis. Butler comes in for Jonathan Kuminga. Moody's checked in for Payton, and it's Brandon Pajemski in for Curry. Plumlee hits them both. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Pajemski. Here's Green. To the middle. Wants to get it to Butler and does. And he can't stop the run as he misses. Phoenix leading by 8. Here's KD. Strong finish by KD.
And right now, they're just focused on putting together good possessions.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Booker outside.
Podziemski. First personal foul, second team foul.
Phoenix shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Before the series started, see it being 2-0 Indiana.
Shooting two.
First two. Absolutely not. We've seen Indiana go on the road and win games, playoffs, but I don't think anyone had this on their bingo card and say there was this.
And he knocks down the first one. So both teams changing it up here.
I'll ask you guys a question. See a lot of scouting reports, but Phil Jackson did something I've never seen done before. What you talking about players, but if they could be a threat, he will put threat. For example, Siakam is a player, but they didn't take him as a threat to me. He went off like, probably, concentrating on Halliburton.
Good on both.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And so it's Phoenix ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Mike. Stout effort defensively in the first half. What did you do to limit them?
I just think our activity on the ball, we got to try and keep it in front of us. Our bigs did a good job, I think, being big in the paint, making things tough there. We got to finish it with the board.
Yep, rebounds and possessions, Coach. Thanks. Back to you guys.
Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following halftime.
They're thinking about the shot.
Good mark. You know what? Take 20. But those four.
Nice job. One more time. A round of applause for the President.
That's why they don't really are now. That's what I'm saying. Back down. They don't run with it. So you got to transition. You can got switch. They can better switch. So it's a lot to feel on that. But they style on it. They ain't with a guy just like that. Stands the ball. Never see a guy better without the ball. He's finished with 20, 25 points. I'm like, whatever I'm seeing, play them. I did that for Kevin Johnson there, Marlon shooting all the time. Just kidding. Think about it. You're all because 9 times this year. But you know how tough this guy is, Pascal Siakam. Tell me about defending him. He's a very tough cover. It's like, if you want to be a point, you got to never, soon as you touch back, step off. So you can never do one.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. You kind of like what Devin Booker is doing in this one.
Yeah, there is no stopping him, and you can't even contain him at this point. He is that talented.
Yeah, I don't know if you have enough game plans to slow him down. How do you guard a guy that good?
Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Durant is out there with Dunn, and it's Richards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Phoenix.
I don't think there's a moment on the floor that Jimmy Butler does not feel the utmost confidence.
Outside, Beal. Here's Richards. He has yet to score. But Trey. Dunn misses.
2 minutes.
Warriors trail by 6. Butler with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Butler deciding where to go with it. Outside Curry. Pass to Moody. Podziemski on the wing. Dunn covering. Shot by Podziemski, no good.
Well, he's a guy that count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
Richards passes to Booker. Booker sinks the three.
So good at finishing around the gaps in the defense, and when Booker gets into space, he's going to let it fly.
Pass to Moody. Back to Curry. Puts up a three. Another three for Golden State.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the comparison.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. I was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, B.A.
Yeah, I think some great day experience. You know, I think we prepare for these moments. We've been involved in a lot of hockey games, and you're just figuring out a way to win in so many different ways. And even in the playoffs, you got to figure out how to win in so many different ways, like game one.
O'Neal's checked in for Dunn, and then for Golden State. Trace Jackson-Davis is checked in for Green. Gary Payton comes in for Moody, and it's Buddy Hield in for Curry.
Heavy roster turnover from year to year, and I think after last year, the front office did a great job of keeping this together, and we just experienced so many different things together, winning, losing, figuring out how to win in many ways, figuring out how to, how we're losing and how to correct that. So, yeah, I think that those are the big two things.
59 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Beal. And Richards has it in the corner. Booker outside. 6 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. That's good from Beal on the assist from Booker. Beal's got 7 points in the game.
Advantageous if you can get in Bradley Beal's airspace before he catches. Otherwise, that happens.
And with that shot, the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Jimmy Butler. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Booker looking around. Fantastic finish by Booker.
When most fans think of Devin Booker, they think of the range, but man, he's attacking right now to get to the line.
Pass to Pajemski. For Booker, and the Warriors check on 2 more.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
And so it's Phoenix with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. The one goal they had coming into this game was to not let Curry beat them. And so far, their defense on Steph has been tremendous. And we've got more on 2K Sports coming your way after this break.
It's great facilitating game. I'm not very good at that, so I do a better job of that. I'll do a better job of that in game 3, but man.
And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
Push the ball as fast as I can. I'm going to make sure I make great entry passes. I'm
3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. Suns lead by 6. Setting the floor for the Warriors. In the backcourt, we'll see Curry and Pajemski. Jimmy Butler is out there with Green, and it's Moody in at the 3 slot. Beal from long range. It's not going to go for him. And so Green will bring it up for the Warriors. Pass to Moody. Curry on the wing. Over Booker. The shot by Curry, no good. The Suns shooting an efficient 53% from the field. And Beal kicks to KD. Now done. Lets it go with a three. Green with the rebound. Green's got 4 rebounds in this game. Inside, Butler. And it's sent back by KD.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
I don't think you guys came out to play tonight. I thought y'all came out flat.
Gets it loose and stolen by Butler. Goes up. Butler finishing at the other end.
And such a huge play, guys. I mean, that's a 4-point swing, possibly. Tremendous steal and conversion right there.
Booker the pass to Beal. Shoots over Podziemski. Beal can't get it to go. Warriors trail by 4. Curry on the wing. Defended by Booker. Curry can't get it to go. Phoenix has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. There's Beal with the 3. Warriors with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can count on him to continue missing.
The focus from Curry. Gets it to fall inside.
And none better stepping up. What a great feel for the moment. Steph Curry. Bingo.
And timeout is called by Mike Budenholzer. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page.
Because they were trying to take the shot, the other guys getting on the rebound and crash and get extra shots, everybody's scoring. The crowd needs to play, you know, to affiliate, whoever is that are here, whatever, everybody needs to do the game. So I think, you know, he's got to do this job and take it, you know, play by play to the best of our ability. But, yeah, I think that's you have to look at it like that sometimes, but honestly, like I said, when we're talking, you know, we're very sure that, you know, the game is not always just from,
You know, one more time, Mason, I appreciate your patience and as you face this long line of questioning looking at it. We got Draymond Green here on the set, and I don't want you to miss the bus. But you did this against Cleveland, too.
Yeah.
You won the first 2, and then you got wax. Yeah. So how do you prevent that this time, and how much discussion will there be about that?
Yeah, I think that's the main conversation right now. You know, I think community skill too, which is a great thing.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Thanks, Kevin. Mike Budenholzer had some words for his team during the break. Now, he was quite encouraging in the huddle. He said, look, you're fighting out there, fellas. I can see it. I need you to keep giving everything you have. Bring this one home. See if they can pull it off. Guys?
Thank you, David. Curry against Booker. Lets it fly from 18. Draymond Green grabs the miss. The Warriors trailing. To tie it up. And Curry puts it in. 12 points for Stephen Curry.
And Curry's found his groove out there, and that's a scary thought.
It drops.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared.
There was that unbelievable play that Mitch made block, and then it looked like maybe came down on his ankle. So the play after that with the play out the corner, it didn't really look like he could catch it because of the ankle. Did he lose a little bit of speed at all after he kind of looked like he rolled it? And, you know, again, I don't think so.
The guys
they started to get ready to pull away a little bit. Is the team a factor of making these games here?
You know, we got a chance